Hello, Mr. Vanderbilt.
Mr. Baxter?
What can you tell me about the murder of Dr. Bedford?
Nothing, seeing that I wasn't there when it happened.
So you insist on being innocent?
Of course I insist.
Mr. Vanderbilt, it's my job to help you. But I can only help you if you tell me the complete truth. No omissions. No distortion of the facts.
I'm very aware of my situation, Mr. Baxter. I don't have any reason to lie.
Where were you at the time of the murder?
In my apartment. I was sleeping.
Were you alone?
I'm afraid so. There are no witnesses.
What was your argument with the doctor all about?
Bedford was just a terrible person. He deceived us all into giving him our trust, and then abused it in such a shameful way.
I presume you're talking about the severed engagement with Denise.
Exactly. How he used her. How he ridiculed us all. And that in front of the whole family. In front of the other country club members. After all I did for him by arranging his membership. Denise was inconsolable. She was in shock. Helpless. Crushed. That man... that impertinent, arrogant, scalpel-wielding brute. It's all his fault.
Did you threaten him?
I cursed him. I wanted to make him feel the shame and despair he caused Denise and the rest of us. But I did not kill him.
Were you in Bedford's practice the night of the crime?
No.
Then why were your fingerprints all over the crime scene?
Well, I was in his practice, but not the night he was murdered.
When were you there?
The night before. One day before the murder.
What were you doing there?
I wanted Bedford to talk, of course. On Sunday, he dissolved the engagement and simply abandoned my sister. No reason, no justification. He humiliated us in front of all our friends. I wanted to hear from his mouth how he dared do such a thing.
What did he say?
Nothing. He couldn't give any reason at all. Nothing but excuses and pure drivel.
It would be better for Denise. Surely I'd understand.
All that jazz. That arrogant swine. How could it be better for Denise to be let down so heartlessly?
What did you do then?
I left.
Just like that?
Well, no. Maybe I threatened him again. I remember that I grabbed him by the scruff of the neck and shook him. I don't know anymore. I was frantic, but I did not kill him.
Any guess as to what might explain the doctor's behavior?
Maybe.
Yes?
Listen, I don't want Denise to hear about this. She's been through enough already. So I'm asking you to keep this quiet.
So what's your theory?
Another woman. When I came into the practice to talk to Bedford, his assistant had already left. He was alone in his office and occupied with a phone call.
A patient, maybe?
Not at that hour, no. He was enraged and raised his voice. It sounded like an argument.
What was it about?
I didn't catch. He hung up just as soon as I entered his office. His last words on the phone were that he didn't want to see the other person ever again, and that they should stay out of his life for good.
Do you know who the other person was?
No.
Well, enough about the murder. On to something else.
Yes?
So, how are you holding up here in prison?
Awful. The accommodations are far below what I'd call sanitary. The food hardly deserves to be called food. I couldn't even give it to the rats with a clear conscience. Not to mention the company around here.
The holding cell is no country club, sure. On the other hand, there's no obligation to wear a tie here.
Very amusing, Mr. Baxter.
I have to go.
Goodbye, Mr. Baxter.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Al.
Sam, can you give me a list of all the phone calls made to and from Bedford's practice?
One step ahead of you, Al. As always, here's a list of all phone calls over the last few weeks. These are just the area codes, though. It'll take a while to get a complete list of numbers with associated persons.
Thanks, Sam. I'll be going then, Sam.
Take care, Al. Don't be a stranger.
All of Dr. Bedford's patients apparently came from the Los Angeles area, and all from within a radius of about 30 miles. Except for a Mrs. Farrow, who resides in Las Vegas. She's the only one who's not from Los Angeles. Las Vegas. According to the list, the doctor repeatedly received calls from Las Vegas just before his death. What's more, the calls came in at very late hours. This can't be a coincidence. I should have a closer look at this Mrs. Farrow. I'd better take her file with me. I guess I'll pay a visit to this Madame Farrow then. I've always wanted to visit Vegas. Royal Flush presents Madame Farrow and her enchanting troupe of dancers. Let her breathtaking vocal power blow you away. The performance will guarantee an unforgettable evening. A once-in-a-lifetime experience exclusively at the Royal Flush. The dancer on the poster looks just like the girl over there on the sidewalk. Tempting, but no. Good evening. Can I help you in any way?
Oh, yes, please, Mr.
Baxter.
I'm Lola. Pleased to meet you. Maybe you can help me.
You look like you're searching for something.
Yes, that's right. I tripped on the steps a little while ago, and one of my contact lenses fell out. Unfortunately, it fell right down the drain you're standing on.
And you can't reach the lens with your fingers.
No, I've tried everything. Besides, I can hardly see without it.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you.
I gotta go. See you later.
See you later.
Where were you last night?
It was poker night with the guys.
Good evening.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
I'm here to see Madame Farrow.
Très bien, monsieur. May I reserve 2 seats for you, or will you be without company?
Oh, no, I meant I want to talk to Madame Farrow.
I'm afraid that won't be possible, monsieur. Madame Ferraud does not give autographs.
I don't want an autograph either. I need to speak to her in person. It's urgent.
Madame Ferraud is in her penthouse preparing for the show. She will not receive any visitors, monsieur. If you speak to her assistant, you might get an appointment next week.
Who's the lovely couple over there?
George and Julia Ocean, very loyal guests of ours.
They seem to be arguing about something.
Oui, monsieur. I just hope they won't get any louder, or else I'll have to go over there. Please do not get me wrong, I have high regard for the Oceans, but I would not want to trade places with Monsieur Ocean. Madame Ocean is very jealous. A breathtaking woman with a great temper. Even the slightest suspicion, and she'll explode.
I see. Goodbye.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Let's see. I'll throw a quarter in.
Who is this Louise that's calling all the time?
She's my accountant.
A drain on the sidewalk. Pretty deep, too. There's something down there, but I can't really identify it. There, all the screws are loose now. Yeah, I could lift the cover with the hook-shaped arm from the one-armed bandit. I see something sparkling down there. Could be a contact lens. I got it! The lens has become quite dirty down there. I better put the cover back on. I better put the tools back before anyone misses them.
And what about Carlita? I caught her kneeling in front of you.
She was helping me remove a stain from my pants.
Good evening.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Would you happen to have a tissue for me?
Of course, monsieur. Voila.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Perfect. The contact lens is clean now.
And what about Rosalie?
She's my mother.
Here you go. Your contact lens.
You are so sweet, Mr. Baxter. Thank you very, very much.
Don't mention it. You're welcome.
I owe you one. If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
Hello again.
Hello, Mr. Baxter.
Could you give me an autograph?
I'd love to. It's the least I can do for my knight in shining armor. Who should I make it out to?
George.
Here you go.
I gotta go. See you later.
See you later.
I saw the look you gave that girl at the Paradiso.
That girl was a guy, dear.
Lola sent me, Mr. Ocean. I'm supposed to give you this.
Lola?
Oh, this should be interesting. I better get out of shot range.
George, you're the best. You filthy macho pig. I knew it. I knew it all along.
I don't even know this Lola.
Don't you dare lie to me.
Mon Dieu. Madame, monsieur, please calm down.
How could you?
But I...
Shut up! I'm talking! Could you have gaped any more obviously at the dancer outside?
I was looking at the performance posters, dear.
Madame, monsieur, s'il vous plaît.